Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here with Brother Bro, and it's time to review Ghostlight. This film is about a grieving construction worker who joins a theater group unexpectedly and finds some healing power in the theater. It's also very much a family movie, and it centers around the daughter very much. It's kind of a movie that everybody can find something to cry at, and I would definitely include myself there. There were a couple of scenes, at least, where I shed a few tears. It would be very difficult not to. Yeah. Kind of like Coda, there's almost a try not to cry challenge going on. It wasn't quite like Coda where I was like like when she's like touching his throat. But the movie actually did remind me of Coda, not only because it felt like a guaranteed cry, but also it had a really nice family theme to it. It's kind of a feel-good movie, but it's, more so than Coda, it's probably wrestling with some like really deeper and heavier themes, so it really like needs that levity. And also I think stylistically, the way that the movie leans on the performances and the story, the visuals are, pretty unspectacular. But that's a little backhanded. Like, I don't really care if the visuals aren't that much. I guess it didn't bother me either, but I guess I wouldn't be afraid to criticize the movie for having subpar visuals. Subpar, yeah. It was passable. Yeah. It's not trying to be visually stunning. Maybe that's like the best way to put it. It's not even that. It's like, I feel like the directing and the visuals like didn't bring out like all that much. But it's fine because, again, the movie like really works on you. And there's a real authenticity to like this main character. Yeah. Really the kind of person that I don't think you see starring in a movie. He's this working class white dad, but something about him feels so un-Hollywood. As a casting choice, he feels very against the grain and just feeling like an authentic normal guy. Yeah. And he may not be, but at least the actor played him like that. And the actor was very truthful to that. Like, very truthful to just bringing you a person that you'd see every day. Even as this character goes on his journey and experiences an arc and it changes, that sort of like locked up, inhibited, and like not in touch with their feelings man that we kind of know doesn't go away. Like, the actor was very true to that, and he was really good in that. Yeah, and the writing was very true to that type of character. Keith Kupfer, amazing performance. Yeah, really great. It was something about, a locked up man slowly learning to open up that just is undeniably moving to watch. I think there's something really sympathetic about a person who hides their feelings, even though that's not something that we want people to do. Like, we're all trying to, get our dads to like get out of their comfort zones or whatever. We're not like trying to push that kind of masculinity forward, but like at the same time, I think we respect the role that it has. But I like it that the film doesn't really judge the character for that. Yeah, I love that he's like the last guy that you'd ever expect to see in an acting class. In some ways, it reminded me of Sing Sing and just these unlikely people who turn to the theater. And in a similar way, also about, of course, the healing power of acting. And also the daughter, played by Catherine Mullen Kupfer. You may note that they have the same last name. They're a real mother and daughter. Apparently, the whole family in this is like a real family. I don't even know like what to make of that. I think it's more like just a fun thing that is true. But all of them are spectacular. Yeah, the daughter is a real standout here as well. And Dolly De Leon is in this from Triangle of Sadness, of course. And her performance is really good. Like, she's very grounded. She blends into this film really well. And her character is interesting. And she's funny. And she brings the humor. I really like what this film is trying to do. I like films that want to be about human beings grappling with how to heal from really difficult situations. So, this was my kind of thing, and I dug it. I absolutely dug it. I could nitpick and say, like, maybe towards the end, I could have had a little bit cut out and still have the same experience. But, really charming, funny, uplifting, and also like really gets down into like the depths and like the dark parts of life. But like Nicole Kidman says, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. It's just one of those movies where there's something oddly like comforting about watching these characters work through these things. And also the movie has like the right amount of levity and humor, and again reminded me of Coda and just how accessible it was and how easy it would be to recommend, and especially like a movie for the parents, for sure. And I hope that this film finds an audience, and I hope it can touch a lot of hearts. I would give the movie an 8 out of 10. I give this a very strong 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Has theater ever healed you?